Okay, what everybody? This is Shocker0911, and I'm finally gonna do a video game review. And I know it's been so long since I did one. I think the last one I did was back in November with my Sega Genesis collection, with my thoughts and opinions on some of the games and all that. But I know it's been a long time, but I'm going to do a review on Resident Evil 5. And I got this game for $14, and the game just keeps on going down. I believe it's like $12 right now. And also, you can see that I got the big sign of the Ford Loco right there. So if you wanted a Ford Loco, it's too late. You can't have one now because it's banned here in Michigan and probably in all other 50 states. So too bad. But back to Resident Evil 5. I gotta say, I was really disappointed in this game. I mean, at first when I played this, I didn't really like it. Then I started liking it, and then I started didn't liking it. Then I started liking it, and I didn't like it again. It just kept on doing this. It kept on going like the stock market. Uh, Probably the main reason is because the AI in this game, and also that it was so much like Resident Evil 4. And I know a lot of people say that this game is just like with Resident Evil 4, with the enemies, like the basic enemies. You know, they have like certain type of weapons in their hands, like a bottle or a knife or something like that. But it also has the chainsaw guys. It has JJ, you know, the guy with the Gatling gun, and also so many other enemies that return. But they also bring back the lickers from Resident Evil 2 and 3, which I thought was pretty cool right there. But not a lot of people say that it reminds them of Resident Evil 0 right here, because I don't know why. I mean, it's something like that because you're playing as two characters. Well, you're basically playing as Chris, but you also command Sheva, your partner, to help you out. Uh, the good thing about Resident Evil 5 is it's a nice looking game. It's very pretty. The graphics are very detailed indeed. It's probably the most detailed out of all the Resident Evil games that has come out. But the gameplay, it just kind of sucks. I mean, here you are, Chris Redfield, and he's moving so slow to the left and slow to the right. I mean, your aiming is so slow. I mean, you can immediately turn around. Oop, I almost knocked the camera over. You can immediately turn around to the back of you, but if you're aiming to the left or to the right, it takes forever. But the good thing is that the AI in this game, the enemies are stupid as hell. And I also had a kind of problem with that with Resident Evil 4. I mean, the AI, it, the enemies could hit you right away, but they don't. They just stand there waiting for you to shoot them in the head. So that's kind of like the good thing about this game. But Sheva, oh my god, I mean, she could be a good dead aim person to hit something. Like if I'm aiming for like a fish or a raft to get some money and all that, she would just immediately shoot the animal before I would. So she's kind of good on that. But once like the enemies with the metal chest plates on, she would always shoot them in the chest. Always. She would never shoot them in the head. She would never shoot them in the legs. It's always the chest or the arm. And sometimes it's kind of hard for her to shoot in the arm, so she's not that great on that. But for the chest, she's basically dead aim. But when they're wearing metal plated chests, oh my gosh, she just wastes so much freaking ammo. It's unbelievable. I always try to give her with the stun rod, but when I give her the stun rod, she does not attack, which really pissed me off. And they said that the AI in this game was really good, and I gotta say, bullshit. It is not that good. It drove me the hell nuts in this game. Also, they really took one of the main bad guys in this game, Irving, who was like the black market dealer of the virus of the Ouroboros. I like to say that name, Ouroboros. But he's like one of the main villains of this game. And he reminds me, once he transforms, it's just like with Resident Evil, with the big fishy head of face, and with Salazar, which a lot of people don't like Salazar. I thought he was like the cool character of Resident Evil 4, more than the main villain of Resident Evil 4. But he's like combined with Salazar and the big fish of in Resident Evil 4. So that was completely, kind of, we're going to recycle that and all that. But the game does have a lot of replay in it. There's a lot of BSAA emblems in this game, and I gotta say that was probably the most challenging of the game right there. The bosses were so damn easy. The AI of the enemies were so stupid sometimes. But the BSAA endless were kind of hard to get, especially when they're like way far down. And even if you use your sniper rifle, good luck trying to spot the damn thing. It's so damn hard, especially that one stage where it is so rainy. I mean, it's raining. You're on a boat. It's raining. It's downpouring big time, and you can barely see the glimmer of the BSAA. That's one of the mini games that you can get for different articles of clothing for either Chris or Sheva, but it's not that much of a big deal right there to get. But they also bring back the mercenary just like with Resident Evil 4, and also the figurines just like with Resident Evil 4. The only thing that's pretty much different of more mini games is the online capability or online type of thing, and the achievements, of course, with all the Xbox games, they all have that right there. So that's not much of a big thing right there. But I gotta say that Resident Evil 4 to me, at least to me, is a mediocre game. It's not one of my favorites. It's at least my least favorite. The other Resident Evil games like Dead Aim and Survivor are probably more of the worst ones, but I'm concluding with Resident Evil 0 through Resident Evil 5. And also with Resident Evil Veronica, I thought that was a pretty good game right there. But with like Dead Aim or Resident Evil Survivor, especially Survivor, which was the worst Resident Evil game that was ever made. But with 0 through 5 and Veronica, I gotta say 5 is probably like the worst. I gotta pretty much give Resident Evil 5 a mediocre rating. The AI was stupid. Your move on slow, you're very slow of moving. It's very colorful, and there's also so much of the game's very, very linear. I did not like how if you get to a checkpoint and you can't go back, so that really drove me nuts of trying to get some treasures and all that. And the other thing is, back in when XPlay was reviewing this, they said they had detected racism. The only two things I can think of why they detected racism, one is probably because they're shooting basically blacks, but you're also shooting Muslims and I believe some Asians and one white chick in there who's like the mini boss of the second stage. And or they also said it because they were dressed, some of the people in this game were dressed as shaman back in the day. So that's probably why Adam Sessler said that. But to me, I really can't say it's racism. I mean, you could also say it's racism in Resident Evil 4 for the Spaniards who dressed up like those churchgoers back in medieval times, where the Spanish Inquisition was saying. Are you saying that all Spaniards are bad because of the Spanish Inquisition? That's just me saying that. I'm just trying to ramble on a little bit more with that racism stuff, but I got to give Resident Evil 5 a mediocre rating. Not because of the racism. I don't really give a crap on that right there. But with the gameplay value, the gameplay of this game is just not that great for me. The AI was really stupid. You move really slow. And it's very linear of a game for Resident Evil. So, that's it, you guys. Thanks for watching. And I guess I shall never quit gaming.